So just to recap on something here, if someone is perhaps a new sales leader, so a lot of the people listening to this show in particular are new to sales management, new to sales leadership, whether it's a management role, VP sales role, CRO role, whatever it is. Before we have that big team meeting, it seems like there's value in perhaps connecting with as many of these individuals who's going to be in the big team meeting as possible to find out their filters, to build that little bit rapport beforehand. Is that how we go about having a constructive meeting at the end of the process, as opposed to, I guess, maybe that seems counterintuitive that we want to get everyone in a room and chat to them up front and give everyone an opportunity to voice their opinions in that moment?
Yes, obviously you want to know as much as you can about the team when you come into it. It's like a football manager joining a club, isn't it? You need to know who are the leaders, who are the people who influence many of the others. Because if you get those people on side, you have quiet meetings with them and you understand them and you align your intentions with their intentions and make it clear that you're pointing in the same direction, that what you want to achieve is going to be good for them. Then after you stand in front of everybody, even if you haven't had a chance to do that with everybody, the rest will be turning to those leaders and say, what do you think? Listen, trust me, he's good. And suddenly you've got everybody on your side. So I would say that's very, very important to identify the leaders in advance, which you can do by talking to other people in the organization, maybe by observing the team a little bit. But it's pretty clear. Most people know who the leaders are from the outside. Identify them and forge the relationship with them. I would certainly do that before standing in front of everybody and laying your cards on the table.
It makes total sense. And I love the way that this mirrors the sales process as well, of when we're selling into especially large enterprise accounts. We want to find the leaders or the influencers or whatever sales methodology you're following. There's a term for them. Those individuals who will speak on your behalf, who will sell on your behalf in the account, because they can, is it fair to say that they can amplify your message within a B2B sale? And then internally, these individuals can amplify your message within your internal stakeholders as well.
Absolutely. I mean, sometimes there's one decision maker and that's your target. But in many cases, you're talking about a network of people who are influencers or who have opinions, who are ultimate sanctioners. Finance people might be involved and they have to sign it off. So you need to make sure that you've covered all the bases, don't you? And it's the same when you take over a team. You think about, what's the nature of the team? Find out as much as you can about the people, the leaders, the stragglers, the people who are suffering, the people who are struggling to keep up, the people who are driving it, the innovators. And of course, you've got all of those Myers-Briggs personality types in the team and DISC personality types in the team. You may have that information, which would be very useful to look at in advance. And you may have, I always divide people into why, what, and how people. Largely, you get people who are very involved in the why and driven by the passion. Other people who just love the big picture. Just tell me what we've got to do and I'll get on with it. Never mind why, I like doing things. And then you have the how people. I remember in my magazine publishing company, we would all sit around the table. We were all kind of high D, high I kind of people, very inspired and get on with it people. And the circulation manager was completely the opposite. He was very high C. And we'd all go, this is such a great idea. It's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, let's do it. And at the end of the meeting, go, hang on, what about this?
Yeah.
And we'd all go, oh, God. And he was right. It didn't work because we'd forgotten the big thing. You need some of those people in a team as well as the let's go get them people. Otherwise, you can take off without the wings or something like that. It can be a big mess.